affect us, could it affect the coast in terms of the
July 4th?
Yeah.
Not for July 4th. I do think that there is room for Beryl to potentially move north into the Gulf of Mexico and send some moisture this direction. But as it is right now, it'll be a completely different storm by the time it would have any impact on the northern Gulf Coast. Right now, we're at 93 in Birmingham. We have a hot, dry north wind, and look at this. The heat wave is going to continue tomorrow, similar to today. More humidity. Wednesday, we're at 95. Thursday and Friday, we're at 97. And all of these days, the heat index at or above 100. So there's that nice north breeze we've had today. Often, though, Birmingham gets the hotter afternoons when the wind is out of the north because it means it's a little drier outside, and the drier air certainly is going to make it feel more comfortable tonight. Dew points are in the 50s and 60s. Dew point is a way to look at just how sticky the air is. A dew point of 69 is miserable. A dew point of 55, not half bad. So this kind of air slips on down through Birmingham and into Chilton County and Coosa County later on this evening, but it won't last long because there's already a pool of moisture from the Atlantic that's getting ready to move right over here into Alabama in the next couple of days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the humidity is going to be back. Not a lot of thunderstorms out there, though, because we have an area of high pressure to the north of us at the surface, but it's building in right over top of Alabama and Mississippi, right about 5 to 15,000 feet above the surface. And that's why we think it's going to be mostly dry and very hot through the 4th of July. Tomorrow morning, more comfortable. Tomorrow afternoon, the humidity on the way up. We're at 94, the wind shifting around toward the south. So let's focus on Independence Day here. 4th of July, Thursday. It's an impact day because the heat index around 105. There's a low chance of some isolated storms, but here's the deal with these storms. If you get one, you're going to know it. They're heavy, even though they're isolated. And be alert because if you don't happen to get rain between now and then, the ground is going to be very, very dry. Easy to spark a fire when you're dealing with weather like this. 97 by the 4th of July afternoon. Heat index close to 105. Fireworks time in the evening about 86, unless you happen to get one of those downpours earlier in the day. 97 Friday, 97 on Saturday. We're still very hot, a few scattered storms, but here's what happens. We have a low chance of a storm Friday, a little better chance Saturday, a little better chance on Sunday, and that chance of thunderstorms will continue rising throughout next week. Rip current risk is moderate down at the Gulf Coast for the rest of this week into the weekend ahead. And, of course, what happens with Beryl is going to eventually change the beach weather around Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana in particular. Beryl this afternoon, a dangerous Category 4 hurricane. It's already moved well to the west of the Windward Islands, and you can see that eye wall, just an incredible looking storm there over the Caribbean. Here's forecast track. It's going to come close to Jamaica on Wednesday, may even briefly make landfall there, and then get over toward the Gulf of Mexico by Saturday and Sunday. Some of that moisture may start to stream northward, and that could help to break the heat around here as well as give us a better chance of some thunderstorms about 7 to 8 days from now. But if you're looking at holiday weather, no big problems. Typical standard storms with a lot of big-time afternoon heat. You're watching WVTM 13 News.